YouTube, it's TearaShanice and I'm back with an installing video. This hair is from Ishowbeauty. It's a loose, deep in the inch 24 inches and it is a 13x4 lace frontal wig. Now I already applied my bald cap off screen. In this step I am just taking a layer of the Bold Hold Active, applying it to the perimeter of the bald cap to give the bald effect. Today I am using Bold Hold Active. This is my first time using Bold Hold Active. Usually I just use the regular Bold Hold, but I am going to try the Active since it's hot outside and I'm doing a lot more sweating than usual. So I wanted to see if this one will hold up a little bit better than a regular one. Now I forgot to mention this at the beginning. I usually just do one cap at a time, but today I did use two because I just washed my hair, moisturized it real good, and I don't want my wig to be oily. So I did apply a black cap and then on top a tan cap. So if my caps do look kind of funny, it's because I have my black cap just in the back and I have my tan cap over it, where it's really basically just for hairline purposes. And again, I am applying all three layers about an inch or two so I can have a really secure application. And also my blow dryer is on a warm setting. I do not use cool and I do not use high heat. I always use a warm setting. And each time you are applying a layer of glue, you want to make sure it completely dries where it is invisible, because that will make a difference in your install. Make sure it's spread out really good. There's no bumps, no lumps, and it's all the way spread out. There's no spots in it, because that also makes a difference. But the key thing is to really make sure it is dry. Now normally I do apply the makeup to my lace, but I started using the Sally Hansen, and I will leave the color down in the description box because I have no idea on the top of my head what color it is. And I apply that to my lace wig, and I do go over it with the blow dryer to make sure it's completely dry. Now since your glue is tacky, you're going to apply your wig nice and slow. Do not just prop it on your head. You want to make sure it is leveled out, even in place before you actually secure it down. Now this wig does fit perfectly onto my head, where I did not have to cut any of my ear tabs off. It fit from ear to ear. Now before I started combing, all I did was spray a little bit of water on the hairline to get some of the Sally Hansen color off of the roots of my hair. And then I'm just going to take my elastic band and put it over my perimeter and start maintaining the hair. Now I'm just going to take my fine tooth comb and just comb the glue through the hair. I'm not going to really press down too hard because I do not want to put any holes in the lace. So I am just going to comb through the hair like if you was just raking it through, and then making sure that the lace and underneath the elastic band is completely dry. Like, this step is so important. The hair has to be completely dry for a flawless look. And I do go back and pluck a little bit more because I am trying to achieve the wet look, and I wanted to make sure it's coming from my scalp. So I am going to go back and pluck some more to get this flawless effect. And now it's time to cut off the lace. If you don't have a small pair of scissors, big pair of scissors, a razor, or an eyebrow razor, you can just use anything that you have. Usually I use the eyebrow razor, but I am just going to use a pair of scissors and cut off my lace. And you want to make sure you try to go in a zigzag kind of method so it won't look like it's just straight across, kind of like what I did, because these scissors were actually too big. So if you have a small pair of scissors, try to use that instead and just go in a curved zigzag method so it can look like it's coming from your scalp and not just going straight across. Now you do want to take your time to cut off your lace. If you are a beginner, try cutting it into sections and then cutting it off completely, because you don't want to mess up the lace and cut off too much. So like what I did, I cut off just above my actual hairline just in case I need to reinstall it again, and I want to make sure I have an extra lace left over. Now once you are finished cutting off all the lace, you want to look around your hairline to see if any of the lace is lifting. And if it is lifting, just take a dab of your glue, whichever glue that you are using. You're going to smooth it in and then place the end of your fine tooth comb and just make sure it's melted into your scalp. I usually use the end of the comb in the blow dryer so it can dry a lot faster and dry in place. Now the next step is the baby hairs. Of course, this is everybody's favorite. Just kidding. But if you are a beginner, the best thing I can kind of explain will be to take out all of your hairline and start from that. Because some people aren't the best at baby hairs. I am not the best at baby hairs. So I still have to do this step. Some people can just take bits and pieces and form their baby hairs that way, but I still have to take my whole hairline and start from the beginning because that's the easiest way for me. I'm not a professional, do at your own risk, so I'm just trying to help y'all the best I can. But I do just take out my whole hairline and I do cut it. I spray some of my light spritz down on it and some of my mousse, and then I go in with the forming my baby hairs. Now, since baby hairs are so hard and they're also so hard for me, it's not really much I can explain about baby hairs, but sometimes you do have to find the perfect mousse. Make sure you do not have a mousse that has a lot of oils in it, coconut oils or anything else like that. Try to find a setting mousse. And also when you are doing your baby hairs, use more of your fingers instead of the comb because you don't want the comb to push down onto the lace. So try to form it as much as you can with your fingers instead of your comb. finish that step, I am going to apply my elastic band again, and I'm going to blow dry this till it is nice and crispy. Yes, you have to blow dry it completely because if your lace is wet, it will lift. You need your lace to be melted completely. And if it's even just damp, you want it fully dried. So I am going to go, and I do have this on a warm setting again, and I'm doing this for about just a couple of minutes, and I'm just going to keep filling it with my hands to make sure it is dry. Now off to the styling part. I am going to take my WaterSheIsBomb wax stick on my hairline and my hot comb and push all these roots back, because like I said, I am doing a wet look. So I am going to do a tossed over wet look. My hair is going to be wet, it's going to be tossed back and flawless. So I am going to use my hot comb, and then I'm going to take my spray bottle after all of this, just wet up my hair, just a dab, just a tiny dab of mousse. And I'm gonna just finger comb throughout my whole head, and I'm gonna scrunch it up. And that's pretty much completes this whole look. It's so effortless, and I completely love it. That's why I love this wavy hair. It is, again, a loose deep 24 inches of beautifulness. Like, is that even a word? But this hair is so gorgeous, and it's from Ishowbeauty. This is the finished look. Thank y'all guys for watching. If you do like this video as much as I like the hair, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Please subscribe, because you made it to the end of this video. If you like the video, subscribe, because there will be more videos just like this. So I appreciate y'all watching my videos and supporting me. I look forward to seeing y'all in my next video. Bye.